Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, sorry for not uploading on Wednesday. I know some of you probably noticed that. Just a lot of stuff on the go this week. Wasn't a great week, and yeah, life happened, so I did not get it up, and I'm sorry. But going forward, we will try to stay on track with these. Today's video is a little different. I'm going to talk about re-entry. So this is a trade, you guys, I entered this week. Was not the best trading week for me either. A little bit down this week, but that's okay. We'll get it back. So this is a trade I entered, and this is a great example when we're talking about re-entry. Okay, so first of all, you're not always going to want to look to re-enter a trade because you want to avoid revenge trading, right? So re-entry is completely different. It's based on, technical analysis. It's based on, you've gone back and looked at market structure and your, structure hasn't been broken. You're trusting your analysis. You still see that the trade could work out. It's just, you got stopped out a little bit. Maybe your stop loss was a bit tight. Maybe news kind of took you out or something like that. Revenge trading, you guys, is different. Revenge trading would be, you entered a buy here, okay? Like you tried to buy here. And obviously bears just took control. But you want to make your money back. So as soon as, you see price come back down to this resistance area or the support area, you enter a buy again without even doing more analysis because you're just so desperate to make back your money. That's completely different, okay? Let's get into an example because it's kind of hard for me to explain without having actual without actually looking at a chart and explaining as I go. It can get a bit confusing, by the way. I am trying to stop moving my mouse so fast. I know I do that, and I'm really sorry. I am trying to stop doing that. So this trade here, I entered a sell. I'm going to show you why I entered a sell, okay? I saw rejection here. Okay, so this is my rejection candle. This is actually a zone. I just don't have it marked, but we can see here that this is a nice resistance area, right? If we go back, we can see that price has respected this as resistance in the past. We're not going to get into zones and all that stuff, but basically price came up, tested my level, my zone. I'm not going to put a zone there because it's just going to get confusing. And then price action confirmed my entry. So let's look at that. So what do I mean by that? You guys likely already know this if you've been following me for some time. But basically what I look for are these nice long-bodied candles, okay, going in my direction. So that was my confirmation, and I took the trade. All right. So not a bad trade. There was nothing really wrong with what I did there. However, price did come back up to attempt this level again and just hit my stop loss by, I haven't counted, but let's see, by a couple pips, right? So just hit my stop loss and then started going into profit. If you are confident with your analysis, okay, so if price comes back up as it did to this level and shows rejection again, which we can see, okay, we can see another rejection candle there, a nice long wick, and again pushes down. So it's going with your analysis, right? Now, normally you guys, I do trade with the trend, but as we can see if you go to the higher time frames, it has really been trending down, okay? And also this level has been known to act as a major reversal area. So either way, I'd be fine selling here. It fits my trading plan, okay? This is a scenario where I could have re-entered. I actually did not re-enter this trade because I stuck to my plan, and according to my plan, I could not enter any more trades at that particular time. So it's really important to have your plan in place. If you know you only allow so much risk per day and you've maxed that out, obviously, even if you get a good re-entry, don't take it. It's just never a good idea to go against your plan. So in this case, I did not take this trade, but I saw the opportunity there. And had I had, more room in my plan and more risk left that day, I would have certainly taken this trade. And as you can see, it went right down and hit. This was my target, my first target. Okay. So I would have got some partial profits here and could still be riding it out to see if we get another push down. I think my second target was a little bit lower, but another point is that had I seen this major rejection here, this was really, really close to my second target. Probably would have just taken all profits out because we saw major rejection there. So that is all, guys. This is just one example of when you can look for re-entry. So the rules are, make sure you're sticking to your plan. Don't re-enter out of, emotion. Make sure that structure hasn't been broken. What do I mean by that? Let's say price came all the way up and just blew out of this zone. So let's place the zone there. This is a really rough zone. Let me try to place it as correctly as possible. Let's say price kind of blew past this zone and we had a lot of bullish momentum. We don't enter, right? So you still have to follow your plan. You still have to follow your analysis. But if price came back up to your entry area, this was, I think, due to news actually that we had to push up. I think the New Zealand dollar gained some momentum with news release, if I'm thinking correctly. I'm pretty sure. Either way, you guys, this still fit my analysis, right? It was only a few pips that it hit my stop buy. And we still did see that rejection. I still had confirmation. So you can re-enter the trade. So I'm just trying to point out to you that just because a trade hits your stop loss doesn't mean it's a bad trade. This doesn't always apply. Obviously, you can't always look for re-entry. Sometimes you're going to look at, and even myself, I'll look at a trade and, just my analysis might have been a bit off, or my stop loss was too tight. I think I shared that with you earlier this week, a trade where my stop loss was just too tight, right? So sometimes it's not a good idea to get back in. And other times it really does work out for you. So important thing to note, it's something that I don't see a lot of traders talking about. So hopefully this was helpful in some way. Next week, we'll get back on track. We'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So do let me know what you want to see in the comments below. And I will see you guys Monday.